Well, all right then. I would like to address this because I had a talk with a very kind gentleman and a friend of mine this morning in video chat because he was concerned. And then I have also been contacted through other channels and other various things of some people who just making sure that I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm doing great. Okay? I have a very dark sense of humor and everything is okay. And so, in a lot of things, people just don't understand me, which is fine. In this video here, if this is the who needs someone like me in their life, I should kill myself. I'm totally useless and worthless, and not certainly we're not worth the effort and time. Okay, this is just to me showing some of the people that have called me goyim trash out there, and this is just my way of being funny, showing them how, oh yeah, well then how come I'm being talked about on this contest and my show is being promoted and they're talking about how I'm doing really nice things for for other people. Okay, so that's just that's a sarcasm thing. Just like this. Just like in the stories, mom runs off with a big head and my heart. Okay. Now, real quickly too, you have to understand that I do honestly believe and know in my past life. Okay, so whenever I was real young, uh, I remember looking at my mom and asking her, excuse me, are you sure you're my mom because you don't look like her? And what was weirder than that was what happened in my brain, what I saw, and all that stuff. So I very much remember the life before this one. And so I know that I've been living a story my whole life. We're all living the same story, but we're all living our experience through that story. Meaning that everything that happens to me won't feel or resonate the same with you and vice versa because it happened to me, not to you. Just like I explained to my friend, I'll never know what it's like to live in Japan and you'll never know what it's like to live in Illinois. Okay, now being Cupid on the show, the story is Cupid and Psyche, and that story is a playoff and another telling of the same story. It's the broken story. It's the story of how everything fell apart. And in that story, as well as all the stories, whether it's Sophie and the Demiurge, it doesn't matter. It's all the same story. It's all about a betrayal. And Psyche, or the feminine aspect, betrays the male aspect, and that's where your broken everything comes from now. This manifests in my real life. So I live this story every day, have for a long time now. And so what's funny is when on my TV show, one of the comedians, one of the women on there gets this idea, hey, we'll have a fight, you and I'll pretend like I'm getting super popular and I'll tell you to try to get you up. She wants to get me jealous. She said, I want you to get jealous and I want you to, hear me say that more people watch Love on Lockdown for me than for you, and I could go ahead and take off and do my own show without you. And so that's why I started laughing whenever I said this, because again, this is the story acting itself out in my life. This is all her idea. And so whenever I'm like, see how happy she is to get away too, she nailed it because that's how the story goes. And that is, she's just can't get it. Mom can't get away, can't wait to get away from her son. It's like she just is so happy with her betrayal and just could be happier. It's the best decision she ever made in her life. Okay. So and I want to show you that this is the same story, and it's just the same story. It's a story of abandonment. This is from the new Justice League. This is between Aquaman and one of the soldiers of the Queen. This is Aquaman speaking. Your queen left me on my father's doorstep and never gave me another thought. Right, okay? So that's happened in my life many times. And then so it's funny whenever this very good, this lady's, I don't know if you call her friends or whatever, just, well, I don't know, some of the things you said to me, I guess we are. Because she's opened up recently, and I don't feel like you would, now granted, people are hurting to talk, but still, I just don't, you're not, well, she didn't say anything 7 months ago, it's the first time now, so I think I've crossed some sort of threshold. But anyway, so whenever and if you watch the thing, she's so excited, and that's what I'm saying, like, it's the same, it's hilarious. All right. That's where I'm coming from. I'm okay, I promise. I just think it's funny. And like I said, you're not going to get some of this stuff. This is, you have to understand too, is that this YouTube channel, a long time ago, when I realized that no one really wanted to do anything, and when anyone and everyone wanted to just argue about flat Earth, and then when you weren't going to say that Jesus was going to come back and save your family and save you, that you didn't have to do anything, nothing, and then whenever Trump was going to save the day, I just this is more of just me sharing what I'm learning and me going off on my own again because no one really it's not important. So I just want to let you know that. This isn't really I'm just sharing stuff and if you like it great, if not, sorry. It's not a debate. It's me sharing my learning. It's me just kind of yeah, this is basically like a diary. I got this killer up inside of me. I can't talk to my mother, so I talk to my diary. I'm going off of the deep end. I found myself face to face with myself while I'm sleeping. You ever heard that song? All right, what have you done for love today? I'm okay. Thank you for your concern. And, yeah, because this is really important before I get out of here. This isn't really how the story happened. All right, that's the thing is even Aquaman, being the god and big warrior that he is, doesn't even know the true story. Mom made a mistake. She made a betrayal, but it had nothing to do with sex. That's the hilarious thing. That's what they want you to think. They want you to think that she's just a stupid whore. And some of the reflections of, like I said, there's 3 different women that call themselves Mom God on YouTube, and one of them loves it. She loves being that. So she's been tricked. That's not what this was about. It had nothing to do with sex. There's plenty of movies just like this. I can think of 3 right off the bat that tell you exactly what happened. It even lets her off the hook in a sense. Just wanted to get that out there.
It ain't no